Hello again, this is Becky Mader with Keller Williams Realty LRGV, and today I'm here with Noe Valdez, the team leader for Keller Williams, Cameron County. How are you, Noe?
Doing good. Thank you very much for inviting me, Becky.
Good. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. So, Noe, today I want you to explain to us the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market. Can you help me with that?
Sure. So in the seller's market, inventory, the housing inventory tends to be low, and there are more buyers than there are sellers, so sellers maintain more control of their pricing. It is a little bit harder to negotiate because, again, the inventory is low, so if the buyer wants to buy, they're going to have to pay the seller's price. Now, in the buyer's market, the opposite is true. There's a lot of inventory and fewer buyers, or fewer qualified buyers. So the buyers have so much choice that now the tables are turned and the buyer has more negotiating power.
Okay, interesting. So, how does one know whether it's a seller's market or a buyer's market?
Inventory and demand. So the valley in general, right now we're pretty even. It's neither buyer's nor seller's market. Our inventory is about 90 days on market. Sales are pretty steady, so it's pretty even. We do have niche areas. We do have very desirable areas. Those independent little niche areas are going to be more of a seller's market because, again, niche areas, desirability, and the way the cities have grown. So if you want a particular part of town, sometimes the buyer's just going to have to pay the price for it.
Interesting. So, Noe, in this area, Cameron County, even Hidalgo County, I know you work over there as well. What is the pattern? How often is it buyers versus sellers? Is there a certain season?
It's always cyclical. If you've been watching the national news and you hear a lot of talk about recession and it's going to affect the housing market, it tends to hit us slower than the rest of the nation and typically not as hard. I think when a lot of foreclosures started happening around 2008, we didn't see that till 2010, 2011, and even then it wasn't as hard as what the rest of the country was going through. So we're fairly stable. Now, when some areas around the country, like San Antonio, Houston, Austin, they rebound very, very quickly. We rebound again at a little bit slower rate, but we do, and those things tend to be cyclical. Again, going with the national average every 7 to 10 years, but it hits us a little bit slower than the rest of the country.
Is there a good time of year to sell or to buy? Is there any pattern that
Not really. My opinion is that a lot has to do with the realtor of choice. Some of my best seasons have been October, November, December, and January. The holiday seasons where people think people aren't buying. Unfortunately, the opposite is true. There are people buying, and then what happens is if the seller is not putting their house on the market, they're just losing out at that time. So best time is when the seller is ready, and the best time for the buyer to buy is when the buyer is ready and qualifies. And the number one thing to do is to pick the right realtor, because a lot of that, the realtor is going to know how to work with the market. There's always a market. It's neither good nor bad. It just shifts, and a good realtor will know how to work.
Well, Noe, I'm sure you would be happy to refer a good agent. Why don't you tell us how we can get a hold of you for that?
Sure, you can reach me at 956-648-4062, and my email address is jnvaldezkw@gmail.com.
Or, of course, I am a full-time realtor and happy to help. My name is Becky Mader. My phone number is 956-990-8088, and my email address is beckymader@icloud.com. Thanks again, Noe. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Becky. Thank you for inviting me.